huh? Yeah. Let's say, because, yeah, I'm looking at the PFP. You can tell. It's like blurry here. Oh, you can't tell because my big head is in a way, but yeah, you could tell here. Yeah, right. Say no more. 12 million followers. Yeah! That's crazy, I ain't gonna lie. But that TikTok cloud, though, you gotta bring that boy over to YouTube, but that's what they doing. But yeah, there you go. There you go. I'm about to say, where the channel's at? Girly, girly, girly pop.
Girly, girly, girly pop.
Well, you have your answer then, hun. The answer to both is no, they are not. Does that suffice for y'all? I'm not sure what else y'all could get. Just saying. For the girly pops, the huns, and the babes. You already know what time it is. Trilly has arrived at the tea party, hun. You've seen title and thumbnail. Sunday, Demetra, and Eliana. The Kalogeras sisters. We've talked about them before. If you've seen on the page, we've covered. Shout out to love with the huns. Miss Kelly Skolis, Miss Body, Miss Weiwei. The videos where they covered some situations and dramas going on with the Kalogeras sisters. For example, one of the most prevalent things I'm sure everyone can see. Trilly, of course, y'all the girly pops, some of the bros, and some unsavory fellows. We'll probably be getting into them, but yeah, we know the type. Gooders! Yeah, everyone can peep that the influencer girly pops, that being the three sisters, are gorgeous, they're beautiful. But to that, people are also saying, by how they look within the content and all that, the things they post, that they're taking advantage of pretty privilege. Now, you already know. Trilly keeps it peace, reals, objective. Y'all know we get down, say it all the time. Trilly ups everything. But seriously, I'll be honest. In some aspects, I do agree with that sentiment. But in others, I do disagree. For example, if someone watches the Kalogeras sisters, the influencer girly pops, because they find them attractive, well, then that is their prerogative there. The Kalogeras sisters, the huns cannot control that because genetics. Last time I checked, that was a lottery, because if you could pick out your genes, it'd definitely be looking towards a Black Mirror episode, and that's a bad, not good at all, right? But obviously, in other aspects to that, I ain't even gonna sit here and lie. Yeah, within the content and all that type of beats, yeah, we could tell that yeah, the huns, yeah, they know they pretty. Facts. But also to that, coming off that, John, I would also disagree on the sentiment of like, yeah, they take advantage of pretty privilege, and that's the only thing that has got them like risen up in content. Because as y'all know, if there's one thing that gets Trilly Jaluper slimy, YouTube analytics and all that, it does obviously take time to make content and things and such like that, go out and actually film. And obviously within that, the girly pops are still entertaining. They do obviously entertain the huns. I should have loved it though. You know what I'm saying? And they have a huge audience to that. And even still within that, we talked about it in some of the other videos too, like we were saying, Miss Kelly Schoolish, Miss Way. You know what I'm saying? The girly pops have talent themselves. One of them, you know what I'm saying, is a good artist. Another one of them was a gymnast. Like, the girly pops do have talent, but still within the content type of beat, obviously, them consistently posting and all that. Yeah, that's an effort. Like, yo, if it really wasn't no type of beat like that and you weren't posting at all, yeah, it doesn't matter how pretty you are, babe. You're not getting nowhere. So we already know that type of beat. But the hun, Miss Coco Bud, Miss Coco Scrazi, seems to posted a video on the three Kalogeras sisters. So of course, you already know. Trilly is checking that boy out, as we said. Trilly yaps everything. So let's not waste any more time, hun. You know, we get down. Trilly talks everything. Trilly does indeed yap everything every single time. And trust me, if you don't know it, well, you will know it. Let's get right into it. Of course, like we said in the intro, shout out to the love with the hun, Miss Coco Scrazi. We got the disgusting new Kalogeras situation, sister situation. Drake and Grimmer for none. Definitely gonna know that. Of course, if you guys want to watch the OG video, down description, first link, show the love with the hun, Miss Coco Scrazi. And of course, we gotta get into this boy. See what's going on with the influencer girly pops. Girly pop.
Girly, girly, girly pop.
We must see what's going on.
The Kalogeras sisters seem to have it all. They get hundreds of thousands of views an hour, which is something that 99.999% of YouTubers will never achieve in their lives. They have thousands of loyal fans. The content they make is incredibly simple. They seem like the least likely people to ever get into a controversy, much less many different controversies.
I still find the Kalogeras sisters weird and problematic, so I will continue to post awareness videos about them.
Right now, there are TikToks with hundreds of thousands of likes talking about one thing.
But I wanted to talk about some of the things that's going on in the Kalogeras sisters fandom.
And that thing is the cancellation of the Kalogeras sisters.
For a design. Okay, it's getting cold. I need to practice my bow.
A bit of judge of that. Cancellation. Yeah, we already know back in 2020 and 2021, that's when cancellation was like hefty, bro. Everybody was getting canceled for everything. But in fairness, that era, especially if you've been on other sides of the net, especially like last year, a lot of type of bulls. So I mean, yeah, but even still to that, yeah, heads, we know some heads be doing way too much, and like their cancellations be over nothing, and very annoying. We know.
So what exactly did they do? Well, in this video we'll be getting into it, and hint, it is a lot of different stuff at once. But first, I'm selling a limited amount of sweatshirts and t-shirts to help a Palestinian family get out of Palestine, which is an expensive trip during these horrible times. A lot of you know Mustafa by now and his 2 daughters. When you buy a t-shirt or sweatshirt, a portion of the profit goes to Mustafa's family as they need money for food and a chance to escape the danger and rebuild their lives. The shirts are super soft and high quality, and you will be helping save the lives of a dad, mom, and 2 toddlers. Most of us have probably heard of them, but for those who don't, they are 3 sisters that look very similar. They make content together, mostly long-form YouTube videos from 30 to 40 minutes, sometimes just 18, where they go on fun adventures, they do fun challenges, simple YouTube content like that. They don't usually post very much on TikTok or YouTube Shorts. That's not really their thing. They're more focused on long-term content. They also don't post on Instagram a lot, but they are adored by their fans. Well,
I'm trying to tell you, bro. Heads go understand, bro. YouTube is the content hub, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like every platform, especially some other platforms, really looking like kick as a recent, bro, with that recent John. Oh my god. But yeah, bro, every platform's got its criticism, but for sure, bro, YouTube is the wave, bro. You gotta be posting YouTube videos. If you're gonna become a content creator, bro, you need to have a YouTube. Bro.
A lot of their fans, some of their fans can be very, very harsh, which we'll be getting into. That's not the main controversy, but it is a pretty disturbing detail. I don't find these girls funny, I'm sorry. This is a fairly old TikTok on them before all these controversies started taking off a few.
That's fair. Like, yo, it's an opinion. Still off that. Like, hey.
2 days ago.
There's a lot of bulls I don't find funny.
Fuck it, I'm saying it.
And he sure does fucking say it.
That people have been discussing. People mainly only kind of hated on them for reasons which obviously they're not going to get canceled over, such as them only being famous for their looks. I've seen other.
I knew it was fake. I knew it. I knew it.
I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, see, this is a prevalent John that goes on within their John a lot.
Other people talk about this before, and they do make pretty simple content, so perhaps that does play some role, but their looks have also gotten them bullied because people, now I wouldn't say they're fans, but people have singled out certain ones. I honestly don't know their names.
See, yo, this is where, like, perfect example. Miss Wayway in her vid, yo, they saying it's getting a little provocative, it's getting a little frisky. Can we take a peep game at Eliana's outfit here? Yo, we got a peep game. It's looking wild. Can we? Hey, listen, we put it out. On the prerogative, gilly pop is a wild or whatever she desires. But still, I'm pretty sure at this time she was still 17, if I'm not correct. I could be wrong about that, so feel free to correct me. I'm pretty sure she's 18 now, but...
well, but I do know that fans and other people watching them have made fun of one of these sisters at least before and called them uglier than the rest, which is obviously very cruel.
The Kalogeras sisters are the perfect example of how society fixates on pretty women in the most unhealthy ways. Demetra Kalogeras is obsessively objectified. Eliana's boyfriend is constantly shipped with her sister. Sunday gets infantilized, and Anna Rin gets picked apart by the media just for existing.
Before this entire situation that happened a few days ago, usually these were the type of TikToks. It is very, very sad.
And this is the part of like, yo, heads already know me, bruh. Genuine criticism, hate. I'm a bull where like, yo, if we're going down hate and you're not saying anything to like, you know what I'm saying, help this creator improve in their content and or improve as a person, even though obviously that's subjective, but obviously you want to share love and, you know, push people in the right direction, all the type of beat, which obviously if you cultivate a good audience, then they would obviously call you out of your BS, just like you should call your audience out on some BS. We go over this all the time. But anyway, sidebar in that. Yeah, it's, bro, you gotta focus on the Jones to where, yeah, these heads are actually trying to help you improve. Like, I'm not worried about heads saying, fuck you, you're ugly. Never say it to the Huns. We already know. You a bitch. All this shit. Like, bro, fuck out of here. Like, we not even on that timing. I'm like, yo, slide out the way, bro. If we not going for improvements, if we not going to share the love, you know what I'm saying? Spread more positivity, baby. Because it's a lot of negativity in the drama slut T space, as we know. It's the prevalent thing. Yeah, then what are we doing? It's like, bro, it's weird, Jones. It's weird timing.
Their own fan base has been pretty rude to them, and they have been through a lot of different situations based on their beauty. Like, they've been picked apart, like this girl says, and had the term pretty privileged to describe them by a lot of different people, and a lot worse things. People have been very...
Like, yo, call it ethereal glaze. I ain't gonna lie, like... Call it ethereal glaze, but bruh, how many heads are calling the Kalogeras sisters? Any one of them ugly? Bruh.
very strange to them.
It's not gonna be many ads, especially you, bro. You walk in your local Walmart, bro. I'm trying to, yo, the local Wally World is always the best example, bro. You walk in your local Wally World and ask someone if these 3 girly pops are beautiful, like, or pretty or whatever, bro. You're getting like 99.9% of the time, yes.
In public, we'll look at some clips soon of people just being not appropriate at all, and let's just say very non-respectful to them in public, which makes me disgusted.
It's projection, it's entitlement, and parasocial weirdness.
Here is a clip of them being treated.
And that's why I always say, like, yo, you gotta break the parasocial attachment. And this is a thing I just gave up on saying. You not only the factor of like your audience, if you on some like bad timing, you know what I'm saying, bro, you getting a little crazy, a little frisky, a little too radical.
Fuck it, I'm saying it.
Sure does say it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they always need to call you out. You need to be quelled. But also in the same time of that, like, bro, you sometimes, with some fan bases, and we sure are looking at you, Miss Melanie Martinez. That is tough. At least some of y'all. Because, again, we can be objective. Yeah, some of them was crazy. You should have seen it, Johnny was saying. Sliding to Miss, you know what I'm saying? Coco's crazy DMs, crazy words. Anyway, barring all of that, yeah, like, yo, thing of cultivating a good audience, bro. You gotta call your audience out on some BS, bro. If they on some weird time and they start harassing people, trying to brigade them or like some John like that, it's a done deal. You gotta skirt that out. It's like never, bro. Spread love, bro. Like, yo, you should be cultivating an audience that, like, yo, when they look at things, especially you as a creator, being a supporter of you, when criticism is levied or like, you know, shelved their way, you gotta be objective too. Like, I would hope the creators are going to be, which is why, you shelve it. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Again, cultivating a good audience, but if you do not do that, then that's where it gets a bit toxic.
They did very badly in public. That's a very awful thing for someone to do. I'm not gonna play music in the background of this one because I feel like that's not very respectful.
Yeah, nah, that's fucking weird.
Because this is a pretty disturbing moment and definitely not what someone should have to go through.
Today, I'll be talking about how the Kalogeras sisters let their fan base bully and send death and rape a girl.
See, because it's like the factor of like, yo, I get it, because there's two sides to this. Like, if y'all remember with, oh, man. Remember the girly pops, girly pop.
Girly pop.
Truly has to call y'all out for this. Y'all remember the thing with like, yo, some of the girly pops going to the gym and like trying to bait out bros and then like try to call them weird or whatever, or like they were on PDF time and they're like, oh, like, yo, these fools are sex pests or whatever. Like, that was that type of beat. But it's different, especially a little bit different, because again, I had like when some of these TikToks and Johns are recorded, we do not know. And if you looking at Eliana, you're 17. Like, yo, it's already bad enough, bro. Again, the Lil T's, the Piper Raquels, it's
Girl just because she had curly hair. Natalie Inspos is the girl we'll be talking about. She started getting attention a little later last year to early this year, if I remember correctly. People started seeing some similarities in Natalie and the Kalogeras sisters. The Kalogeras fandom thought Natalie was copying the Kalogeras sisters, then started sending her hate that's
who, Natalie Reynolds?
Slowly turned into cyberbullying threats. And here's Natalie talking about it.
So like most big influencers, they have some accounts that are dedicated to, let's just say, spreading not so positive information about them. And this is one of them, which has recently gotten more attention now that all these...
It's like, how would I describe this? Not like it's kind of like a snark account, but not on Reddit.
Controversies have been out about them. Apparently a girl got bullied because people thought, well, specifically fans of the Kalogeras sisters thought that she was like copying them, so they went and they sent her not so nice stuff. I can't say it on YouTube, but I think we all know. It starts with a D, ends with an H, and no one should have to
oh, yeah.
receive it.
Lobby threats, yeah.
And it was all because she had curly hair, and she was not very happy, and rightfully so, that people were so mad at her for having curly hair because, yes, the Kalogeras sisters did not invent curled hair.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, this is a thing and factor. Oh, my God, who was it? It was getting me so mad. Oh, my God. Wait, no. Who was it? They were like, it was Monstra. Yes, it was Monstra. Shout out Miss Lisa Q. I ain't gonna lie to girly pop. But, yo, that John had me pissed, bro. There was like girly pops that were hating on Monstra, but also trying to avocado. like also trying to hate on her because like their boyfriends were like falling in love with her. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, bro? It's some bullshit. But like, yo, this is on that type of beat, but like not in the same instance. It's like, yo, the girly pop at the very, yo, what we could say at the very best, right? Is she probably seen the Kalogeras sisters and was inspired and put her hair like this? Who gives a fuck? I don't care, girly pop. If that shit makes you happy and you feel beautiful, why are we talking about again? Like, yo, I think y'all need to really understand there is levels to this Lala Sadi syndrome. I don't think y'all, for some of the new Huns, I ain't gonna lie, we gonna have to educate them. This Lala Sadi syndrome skinwalking is hefty. It's real bad. It is. Like, I'm not gonna lie, yo, especially after the jump with Jushika, I was really, bro, I was really sitting there baffled, bro. Like, when their TikTok comments, whatever, bullied her into getting the eye lift jump, I'm sitting there like, yo, that's when I really knew it could really get crazy, especially on the internet jumps. I was like, never, bro. Like a whole surgery. Sidebar in that. That's a no way to, like, be sliding Miss Jushika, at least for that, because obviously she was a victim in that case. But, sidebar in that other jump. It is so much Johns. To get back to my main point, if the girly pop like got inspired by them to have her like put her hair curly or whatever, and that John made her happy, she felt more beautiful. Who cares, bro? Like bro, she's not trying to. Oh my god, she's gonna start literally doppelganging them right now. There's gonna be a fourth Kalogeras sister. Like, yo, come on, what are we doing?
That has in fact existed for a very, very long time. Curly hair, to be more specific. But the girl ended up dropping a response where she kind of takes some punches at the sisters, saying that they should have said more.
Okay, I wasn't going to respond to any of the comments because I've learned to keep my
I don't know what y'all say. Natalie's totally right for her opinion. The Kalogeras sisters knew about the situation, yet they said nothing, just like how they didn't speak up about ICE or Palestine. Y'all, don't make me do this. I have this rant like every... It looks like I have to do it. I'm sorry. As someone who is now being labeled as a fucking H3 glazer and H3 orbiter, which I don't give a fuck because I love watching the pod. I ain't gonna lie, shout out to heads on the pod. But like, yo, real talk, I've been seeing a lot of Johns and hearing a lot of auxiliary and tangential political conversations and discourse because of covering the whole drama slops within the I can't even talk. Shout out Pope Diorio, the EHD cinematic universe. One thing that I will keep repeating to people: you cannot force people to have political discourse, to start talking about this, Johns. Bruh, if they want to talk about it, that is their prerogative. You cannot force someone to speak on a cause that you feel hefty about. Just because you feel hefty about this, John, does not mean someone else should have to. And listen, I know that probably sounds harsh on some heads because I totally understand the factor. This is something I see all the time, which people like, Hassan!
Fuck it, I'm saying it.
Do not understand. On both sides of the conflict, there are innocent families that are frankly losing their family. What? I ain't gonna lie, it's bad works over there. And you do not want none of this, John, to happen to anyone. And with what's going on with the conflict, war, and bloodshed, yeah, you would hope that this boy could, go diplomatically through the books and all that. But clearly we see where it's at. But anyway, to sidebar off of that, we understand that, yes, there is a lot of terrible things going on, and there should be support for innocent families and people that are losing their lives. But you cannot be forcing content creators, especially that have nothing to do with politics, you cannot force them to speak on these matters because you want them to. That's not how that boy work. I think some heads be also forgetting, this is where I be breaking that line of parasociality, the thin line. Some heads be forgetting, yo, that's a whole nother person. Just because they're your favorite creator, you really like them, whatever, does not mean they have to feel how you feel, do what you say, speak on what you want them to speak on. Stamped. And that's just Trilly's opinion. If you disagree, that's fair. Another thing I always talk about, literally just talking about, objective. As long as, objective arguments, debates, discourse, yada yada. As long as two things, objective, objective, other things. Cordial and amicable. Keep it peace. But, especially over in the EHD universe, yeah, it doesn't seem to stay that way because a lot of people view these things emotionally charged, and I can understand where they come from with that. But we also got to be objective. Not everyone speaks about politics. Not even a little bit. And they don't need to, because if that's not what they built their platform off of, why are we trying to push into something that, let's be fair here, you are not familiar with? And heads could say hypocritical Trilly, then why would you even tangentially cover politics auxiliary? Yeah, bro, you right. I really shouldn't. But unfortunately, what's his face? Mr. Biker opens up his mouth. So yeah, too bad. Unfortunately, I got to. But yeah, seriously on this though. Anyway, they are selfish and feel no empathy to people getting separated, their families, or emotionally charged. And I understand, and I'll say it again. Do not mistake my words. People, especially again, EHD Cinematic Universe, the G-Boys, they tend to lie a lot, so they'll probably lie. But do not mistake my words. I understand. I definitely understand on the part of both sides, innocent families. Facts. I don't want nobody to lose a fam. Facts. Number one for Trilly, especially for any new ones. If you do not know, number one thing that Trilly always in life will be fam. The boss, my little sis, my bros. I understand. But you cannot force these girly pops
Girly pop.
to speak about matters that they are not familiar with or they have never spoken about before. But if they have, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong.
Mouth shut.
Oh wait, anyway, I didn't finish reading. Empathy getting separated their families, or people dying in Gaza, or a teenage girl getting death threats. Speak up, staying behind your fans and not speaking up about any of this is giving hypocrite.
But I just want to say,
If she's getting death threats, I do agree that you should speak up about this. Again, on the political discourse, y'all know how I feel. I just ranted about it probably for the past like 5 minutes. I don't even know. But like, again, if they do not want to speak on political discourse, they do not have to. Accept that. If that's a problem with you, go watch someone who wants to speak on that discourse. Simple as that. And I'll keep saying that. Because it's your prerogative on who you want to watch. Facts. Speak up. Stay my fans speaking up about this. Give me hypocrite. Yeah, like I said.
please stop acting like I'm the villain here. At the age of 16, I was getting threats, and I still...
And absolutely, hon. I do not want you to be getting those Johns. People that do that are weird as fuck. I always say this shit, bro. That hating shit is weird. Like, get out of here. Like, if you disagree with someone, or you feel as though like you do not agree with someone, or do not like them for whatever reason, that is your prerogative. But going out of your way to like put this John out, or you in the comments, or you want some snark shit, like, yo, what are we doing? Like, what are we like?
And to this day, I can provide screenshots if you like. People were harassing me for months and still are. All I'm saying is that it could have easily stopped or at least got down fast.
Now I can agree with her on that. Like if Kalogeras sisters, you know what I'm saying, if they obviously say, yo, stop saying these things about this girly Bob, stop sending her lobby threats, you know what I'm saying, obviously for a good amount of the audience, that would have quell over them, and you know, this is gonna be lower down. Yeah, because I do not want to see nobody getting death threats from John. Like it's I just still go back to the factor of me. Like, it's just like, why? I always ask that. I'm just like, what is compelling these heads to go over? Like, you dislike someone so much from something over the internet, and it probably was an opinion. And again, we just came off the political John, but it's for a lot of these, it's political Johns. But I ain't gonna lie, you going out of your way to send these crazy Johns because someone had a differing, like, just a general opinion with you. Pathetic. Like, come on.
Faster if somebody said something. And I'm sure you guys know who that somebodies are.
Now, since the situation, she's began to make more videos where she criticizes these sisters very, very strongly, and I honestly do not blame her because I would probably resent someone a lot if out of nowhere their fan base started attacking me.
No, that's super fair, because obviously, again, you do not want to be harassed and or brigaded. Like, yeah, that's not good, as we can see.
Now, this is probably kind of controversial, but there is a possibility, I'm going to say, not for sure, that they did not know the sisters, because who knows how often they actually check social media to see what people are talking about.
And that's a fair thing, too. I say it literally all the time. Yo, especially when I talk about the boss, I'll say, yo, me and the boss page down there, but I got other socials, and sometimes I'll mention it, but, like, I am fucking Cardi on those apps. I'm not going on them shits. The Brain Rot app, fuck no. Twitter, let's get serious. Can we please get serious? Like, bro, come on, bro. Yo, like, the gram, like, yo, I'm still waiting on a fit pic to go up there. I just be posting them on the community tab. Like, bro, come on. Them apps is dead. So in some factor I could feel that, but then obviously if you could see on, like, say for instance an IG that they're posting within, like, I guess week time frames, then it's like, okay, you a bit active on these apps. It's like you could have definitely said something.
Unless people spammed
for example
comments, I'm not sure that they would know, because you don't always know, especially because they are so huge that this is going on. Because, once again, they're not very active on TikTok. They have only had like 7 TikToks on there.
As far as I'm concerned, that's a good thing.
And they're mostly just active on YouTube, no other social media that
As far as I'm concerned, that's a great thing. The content hub, baby.
I know of. I could be wrong, but they could know, perhaps. But sometimes the fan bases are just toxic, and maybe they didn't know because this only has 14,000 likes. So I'm not going to say that they for sure knew. Don't come for me with pitchforks. I'm just saying we shouldn't immediately assume that they knew and we're like, yeah, forget about it, girly.
Look at the recent video, right?
Shout out love with the Huns. They already know. Shout out love with the Huns. I'm trying to tell you, the Huns dropping the best videos out in the space. Always dropping the good teas. Factual.
Kelly Scholas.
There's a type of content on TikTok that feels almost too simple. Videos with no word, little to no dancing, no context, just a look, a vibe, and a camera. And suddenly, they're everywhere. People call them ethereal, angelic, and goddesses. They have become
The ethereal crash. But nah.
full-blown aesthetic, not just creators. But here's the question. If someone who looked completely different posted the exact same content, would it still blow up? Or is this the case?
They say, oh yeah, I remember. Oh, yo, this gets it back in the good discourse because I remember when Miss Kelly Scholes asked this question, and I'm not gonna lie. In the factor, I'm pretty sure I was saying no, but and this is a good example of like, hey man, Joe Barth thing I say all the time. Even though that example, I always say year. That example being the person you are right now, a year from now, you're going to be a whole different person. You're thinking you're going to be having different perspectives, all that different type of jazz. The person you were a year ago, you're a different person right now. Like, you're thinking different, all that different type of beat. But even still to this, like, just on a smaller time scale, dog. Like, even thinking about this, John, I probably would still kind of relatively answer the same, maybe a little bit different. But the answer would directly be no. No. And that's for multiple factors, as we discussed. Pretty privilege does play a factor. That's undeniable. Like, that's not something like you could not say undoubtedly. Yo, man, they got all the Jones, bro, everything, bro, off the, you know what I'm saying? Which not taking away, you know, obviously them building their platform, but like they got the Joan out the mud, bro. It was because of all of this, bro. They grinded, bro. They was in the field for this, like, bro. We know a percentage of this is pretty privileged. We know that, but also still to that case, argument against that too. This is also a thing of like on. Even with short form Johns, it is like there is that factor of luck too. Like, yo, a lot of heads, especially on the TikTok, why I don't bother with that fucking app, is a thing called 200 view jail or 1,000 view jail. I'm sure a lot of y'all are familiar with that shit. It is fucking annoying. And like, yo, unless you're doing some bullshittery like Natalie Reynolds or some shit, yeah, you're probably not gonna get out of there. So like, there's like factors like that, and then obviously like personality tip, are you actually entertaining? Like, yo, there is I'm trying to say there is so many nuances into stuff like this, you know what I'm saying? But heads will boil it down to, no, it's just because they look so good. Oh my god, like, bro, if they didn't look like this, they would be fucking nobody. Like, bro, are we dead ass? Like, bro, yes, looks play a factor. Is it everything? No.
So beauty doing the heavy.
This is the same thing I say about like normal Johns within love and best interests of heart. Looks do play a factor, of course. Who don't want they mans? Who don't want they hun? Who doesn't want they partner looking good? But by God, I hope they give a fuck about you, because a lot of people don't seem to give a fuck about a heart and give a fuck about them looks. It's bullshit. Like,
another reason I'm saying this is because their own fandom has been very toxic to them. Their own fandom constantly is judging their looks. Even though they are fans, they're still really rough on them, and they like.
You're not a fan. There's genuine criticism. And then there's hate. It's like, yo, the girly pops is beautiful. Whatever Johns they go for and do. This is not even like on the pander to really the pander, I know. But like, yo, the girly pops just on a base level, as we discussed, are beautiful. But still to that, it's like, yo, if aren't you a supporter of them? What? Like, I also understand the genuine criticism of like, yo, say in the case of a girly pop, right? You talking to your other girly pop and her makeup looking a little off. You be like, hun, hey, your John looking a little beat. Like, what's up? What's up? We gotta get it fixed up. That's not an effect if you're trying to hate on her maliciously. You're trying to help her look good. There's also like factors like that. That's what the factor I would understand this to be. But I'm guessing apparently not. It's more or less in the, yeah, like, yo, we're judging you type tip. Like, what the fuck? Aren't y'all supporters? What the fuck?
Kelly Scholas in this video kind of ponder sometimes, even when they watch their videos, and comment, why are these people famous? Like, even though I kind of like your content, I don't think you should be this popular. So it is a possibility they just kind of stay off social media to avoid this negativity. So I'm just saying we shouldn't jump on this bandwagon right away.
Penalty. No! Penalty. Penalty. No,
the first time I saw this video on TikTok, I was confused because
Did y'all see my face? Like, I read the words like shit. I read them. Ellie says the N-word. Kalogeras sisters are racist, Zionist, and Trump supporters. Please, yo. One thing y'all will understand, since Trilly has to, well, not even has to, the girly pops
Girly pop
has now allowed Trilly to enter into the Tea Party, enter into the space. One thing that some of y'all are going to now have to understand, you are going to have to start substantiating these things. Like, when you say this, like, you're going to have to substantiate this for sure. Like, you understand this, right? Like, saying this, please show me where is the Zionism, please show me where is the Trump support, like, show me the racism. This clip right here, again, going back to why I was confused, where is the N-word in this clip? We could listen to it 5 times. I ain't hear this, boy, so hold on.
Right away.
Penalty. No! Penalty. Penalty. Penalty.
Yeah, Needy. What the fuck?
Cracking right away.
Penalty. Penalty. Penalty.
The first time I saw this video on TikTok, I was confused because I think they're just saying no. This video confused me. I was like, are we just like blatantly lying now? I don't hear them.
That's what I'm saying. We don't have to lie. There is a difference between hate and genuine criticism. If there are things that these 3 Huns have done that they can be genuinely criticized for, which I feel like there is, again, we just seen that thing with Miss Eliana's fit, it was a little bit crazy. But like, there's things like that, yes, we can cover the conjecture on that. Funny enough, watching Miss Coco Bird, you know what I mean? We just had that whole situation, you know what I'm saying? With a Hun, Ms. Deborah Els made that video, you know what I'm saying? That like Miss Coco Crazy was going too crazy on her, yada yada, this, that, and third. It's this John rhetoric timing. What are we doing? It's like, yo, I understand has have their criticisms, but at the same time, it's like, yo, we gotta keep them on the genuine criticism lane. We don't have to lie. Like, there's no point in lying. You could just point out what they genuinely did. That's gonna speak enough for itself. What?
Fuck it, I'm saying it.
And he says it every time. And that's exactly why the Daily Slops exist. Shout out more Pegasus. One of my glorious Slop Kings. But like, yo, just let them say it. They gonna get themselves into the Jones that's gonna hit them with criticism that could be genuinely applied to them. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what the fuck that N-word clip was supposed to be.
Saying anything, they're just yelling while they chase a ball. How does that make them
If
Zionists
anything, they were saying penalty, and again, exactly, how the fuck does this make them Zionists and Trump supporters?
and Trump supporters? Like, this is kind of a reach. But then I realized that
Kind of a reach.
more people were beginning to talk about this particular situation, and there was a lot more to it than I just noticed. So I did a little deep dive, did a little
Oh, so they did substantiate it. Excellent.
researching, and this is what I found.
So these 3 sisters are being canceled for being Trump supporters, and they're not even American. Allegedly.
No. We'll get to
So
about
these
this.
3 sisters are
Guys, the Kalogeras sisters need to speak up. If they they find out they're actually supporting Trump and Israel, they'll be quitting this account. Bro, this political discourse is gonna infect everything, bro. Again, I'm not gonna go over it. Y'all just heard my like 5-minute rant earlier. Y'all know what it is. But yo, like, they don't even, correct me if I'm wrong. When have they spoken on politics? Oh my god. Again, y'all already know, I'll admit it. Trilly is the dumbass, Trilly's the loser, Trilly raws in his mother's basement. Not using that boy as copium. Shout out to Boss, by the way. But like, yo, bro, I'll admit to being wrong. I just do not imagine these girly pops talking about politics in any fashion, in any manner. For what? Most of the audience is not watching them for that. Or maybe they are. Like, what? I don't even know. But how would they? Because do they make political... Like, bro, this Ouroboros in his tail, bro. I'm trying to tell you, political discourse infects everything, dude. It's so bad.
being canceled for
I be putting this guy. I don't know who to believe because these words may or may not have came out of their mouths. And if they are supporting, I'm sorry, but you guys shouldn't be supporting Kalogeras either. Girly pop.
girly pop.
If you cannot confirm this yourself and you do not know, you probably shouldn't put out Johns like this, because then this mix up the discourse. This does a little thing called poisoning the well. Yeah, you can't do this. Or not, you can't do this. You should not do this. You know what I mean? If you cannot confirm this, that you know that they're out here supporting Trump or anything like that, or Zionists, like, why would you even put this out? Oh my god. It's so stupid.
being Trump supporters, and they're not even American.
They live in Canada, they can't vote for him, so them liking him technically isn't hurting anyone as they can't vote to keep him in charge. Has Sunday or Demetra voted? Because as far as I'm concerned, Eliana just turned 18. So I doubt she has voted ever. Or gotten into this recent election and voted. Maybe. I don't know. I doubt it, though. Have they ever voted? Bro, this is so... Oh, my God, bro. I can't. As they vote to keep him in charge, and none of this has been proven. That makes it worse. They aren't involved and have no reason to support him and still choose to. Yes, but like I said, their opinion has no effect. Where is the... Please show me where they're supporting him. I want to see this.
Allegedly, these girls are
the woman y'all are supporting, by the way. Let me see
Trump
this.
supporters because their mom reposted a Trump post on Instagram. And now...
Oh, my God! Bro, I can't. Y'all not about to be wasting my time with this, bro. And I'm not gonna lie. You know Trilly loves the drama, slops, and teas. Shout out, should love with the audience. Trilly the pander. But seriously, though. Like we might have to bust out a real EHD, and specifically H, ego tip, especially with the orbiters. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Like, I'm gonna let y'all know we're not doing this. We're not. I'm gonna look at dead in your face. I don't care where her mother reposted. Did they repost it? Did they say they support Trumpy? Out of their mouths, like that video just said. She ain't see it come out of their mouths. So what? We're going based off of her mom reposted. Bro, who cares about this, bro? Again, when it comes to the conflict and stuff, I've already discussed. We care. I understand why people. I'm talking about stuff like this. We're making up fantasies. Are y'all supporters of these girly pops or not? What content did y'all start watching them for? Because I'm telling y'all right now, it wasn't this. Come on. Bro, the discourse has poisoned the well so bad. It's so annoying. It bleeds into everything, bro. It is so annoying. Like, I generally do hate it. It bleeds into quite literally everything. Where are my headphones at, bro? Like, this is so, like, bro. I'm sorry if this is y'all substantial Johns. That means that the Kalogeras sisters, the girly pops, the influencer girly pops are fucking Trump supporters and Zionists. Then that's your prerogative, I guess. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I think this is fucking horseradish. This is a load of barnacles, bro. Dirty ass barnacles. Shout out Charlie. Like, bro, I don't care. This is not substantiating that they are Trump supporters and Zionists for me. This does nothing for me at all whatsoever.
Their supporters are trying to cancel them over this. Their fans also pointed out the fact that they are not even American, they're Canadian, so why are they supporting Trump? And apparently they're blocking and deleting comments on their TikTok if anyone mentions them supporting Donald Trump.
So recently, a TikTok did pretty good now.
Probably because they do not want to have any dealings with political discourse, and if people keep talking about this, John, then it keeps it in constant flow and something I have to keep bringing up. Did we not? This is BR. This is obvious. I'm not saying we should pull a Mudaharian and block out filtering heads. You know what I'm saying? Calling you an engineer, quote unquote. Because obviously Mudahar, yeah, he's been lying about this, John, for the past decade. They're going off of the factor of her mom reposting Johns. I don't care about where her mom is reposting. I'm sorry, I'm not watching the Kalogeras sisters, and I'm not even watching them that often. Let's keep it a buck ski here. But like, I'm not watching the Kalogeras sisters in any factor or manner for their mom. I don't care what their mom is doing. I don't like, unless their mom is doing some superficially harmful, John. As far as I'm concerned, just like these heads can have their political ideologies and opinions, she can have hers. Like, bro, this John is crazy. Like, this is so stupid.
Numbers showing a screen recording of their mom liking a Trump post. And that caused a lot of backlash because, you know, they follow their mom, and that must mean that the family supports Trump. And a lot of people wondered, well, they're Canadian, so why would they support Trump?
Even cares, just watch them for the content.
So I'm guessing, I could be wrong here, I'm guessing that's kind of where they took that idea that they must be Zionists, because as all of us know by now, Trump is a major supporter of Israel. So it kind of makes sense to assume, I guess, from their...
Can't believe we're talking about Israel-Palestine over Kalogeras system.
perspective that the sisters must be like really obsessed, or the sister's mom must be really obsessed with Israel or something like that. I could be wrong, but their fans were quick to defend them. Yes, the same fans that will harass them and shame them, and a lot more decided
it makes no fucking sense.
to come to their defense and began to make arguments. So there's really this kind of war on TikTok. Tons of people are talking about them getting canceled for being Zionist and Trump supporters, and other people are like, hey, we should not attack them, let's not jump yet, we need to know more about it. And then the
I'm of the factor, I don't care, bro. I don't know, bro. I just think it's just like, it bleeds into quite literally everything. I know I just said that, like, Charlie yaps everything, repeats himself, but it just bleeds into everything.
sisters finally responded.
So I don't usually post my face on this account, but I wanted to talk about some of the things that's going on in the Kalogeras sisters fandom, or things that are going on with them. So one day, when I was scrolling through comments on a Kalogeras sisters post, I saw a bunch of people commenting that they are Trump supporters, and
how old is Hun? Oh my god, no! Heads are not gonna go out and make memories, bro. This is their memories now. Bro, I'm done. I don't even, bro. I can't. This is their memories now, bro. This is their memories. On a TikTok, John, scrolling. Now we got jits. They probably like legitimately below the age of 16 talking about Israel Palestine, bro. This is ridiculous. How we talking? How we go from talking about the Kalogeras sisters, the influencer girly pops, they taking advantage of pretty privilege too, bro. They might be Zionists, bro. What the fuck? I'm gonna say once again, y'all saw my 5-minute rant in the beginning. Y'all know how I feel about this boy. But seriously, though, I want y'all jits to go out and have fun. Girly pop. You need to go have fun with your other girly pops, your friends. Go make memories. Honey, you don't need to be talking about this right now. Am I saying that you can never talk about complex political issues? No. But I don't want to see them. I don't want to see y'all talking about them, Johns. Heads don't even want to see me talk about it. I don't even want to see me talking about them. Shut up, Hope, do you heard? That's what he be saying. Like, bro, shit, I gotta wipe my mouth. You feel on this, John, bro? Shit got me spitting up in John. It's so ridiculous. My bad, bro. Nasty Trilly. For the girly pops. Like, yo, no. Not doing good. I ain't gonna lie, yo, speaking of that, for the girly pop super sidebar, we gonna get back into this, John. Y'all gotta recommend me more lotions, y'all. I ran out of creams. I'm not gonna lie, that John did me bad. I gotta hit up the store there, like one of these days. But y'all gotta recommend me some cream, so I know y'all gonna be right. Anyway, sidebar back in this. Like, Hun, I totally understand. You probably do have emotional feelings on this, you know what I'm saying, the conflict and all that, but I seriously think, like, man, I just want just to just go out and make memories, bro. Just, you know, because once you, like, I'm telling heads, once they get to, like, the adult Johns, bro, responsibility is gonna hit y'all in the chinskis. I'm trying to tell you, responsibilities, nah, them Johns. And I totally understand the factors. Yo, it's all different, like, situations and has, you know what I'm saying, lifestyle, family, situations, all that. Some has got grow up faster than others and all that type of beat. So they really be on the responsible tip. But, like, yo, you want to have the most fun while you can, because once responsibilities start kicking in, and then during the time where you're supposed to have that fun, we sitting here having this discourse or whatever. And now when responsibilities don't take it over, you an adult, you got to worry about this, that, third, bills, food on the table, yada, yada. Like, now everything doesn't disappear. You're going to be like, dang. I wish back in them times, you know what I'm saying, when I was hanging out with my friends, I should have been doing that more. Or that type of beat. But they, Trilly Young status, yeah. Oh my god. He peaked, bro. He's scoping. But seriously, fun. But we gonna hear what she has to say.
All this other stuff. And there were screenshots of Patricia liking Donald Trump's posts and all of that stuff. And the
That's a thing I understand, hun, but that does nothing for me.
Kalogeras sisters haven't spoke up about it yet.
I don't expect them to.
This is my opinion. A lot of people,
that's insanely fair, and that's exactly what I was saying,
may not agree with my opinion.
I do not agree, but I could also respect it.
But there hasn't been anything that the Kalogeras sisters have done to prove that they like Trump.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm gonna need more substantiation for this. My head saying that they are Zion, like, I see oh my god, it pisses me off, because this is what Hassan does. They conflate all these words. I don't think some heads even understand what these words are, like, for real. In which, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, as far as I'm concerned, a Zionist is someone who believes the state of Israel has a right to exist. So as far as that, again, innocent Israeli families, now you got me talking political discourse, bro. Fuck! Yeah, I knew it was gonna happen eventually, bro. Now I'm sitting here explaining this, John. Damn it. But yo, I don't think some of these heads truly understand like what these words are. I'm going to be dead serious with y'all right now. And if you really want to see something and prove this, bro, to see if they're Zionists and all that, I want y'all no brigading beat. And actually, no, don't do this. Don't do this. Never mind. Never mind. Do not do this. But I'm going to ask the question myself. Again, do not do this, John. Y'all know how I feel about brigading and shit. Do not do this, John, because that works. But the question to be asked, do you think Sunday, Demetra, or Eliana, do you think any of them can point out where Israel is on a map? I ask all the Huns, do you think that those three girly pops could point out where Israel is on a map? Right now. I don't think the likelihood that they'll be able to do so is that high. Maybe it is, I don't know. Maybe they were, peaked out in geography in high school or something. I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, again, looking at the content they're posting, you know what I'm saying, going out having fun, adventures and all that, yeah, they're not pointing out Israel on a map. It's not happening. So again, I'm going to need more substantiations for this, y'all. Your substantiation for me, especially, it cannot be, oh yeah, her mom's reposting Trump shit. I don't care. Because that's not them. Just because that's their mother does not mean they share all of her mother's opinions. Or their mother's opinions. They're girly pops. But yeah. We're forgetting people are separate individuals. Yes, obviously there is the point of factor that being raised in your household, you're probably going to pick up the same type of, traits and or, followings and, rhetoric or ideology or whatever it may be from your parents and all type of beat. But that does not always translate. And it's, again, as far as I'm concerned, the Kalogeras sisters, they're more focused on making YouTube videos and content, going on adventures and having fun or whatever, making their Johns, than they are pointing out where Israel is on a map.
Where I'm a little confused, because if there's only evidence that their mom liked to post, I don't understand how that connects them to them. I'm sure
Exactly. Which is why I don't know what we're doing here.
we all have relatives that support politicians we don't like. Like, I don't support Trump and I never will.
My best example, oh my gosh, who said this? Joe Bartolozzi. It was Joe Bart again. Shout out Joe Bart, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, he said it best. Yeah, man. Yo, you hit Thanksgiving, bro? Yeah. Where everybody start, you know what I'm saying, your aunts, uncles, you know what I'm saying, your grandmoms, your grandpops, they may start talking politics. So, oh boy, it might get a little spicy. It might get a little spicy. But at the end of the day, y'all still family. Y'all still love each other. If you're cut, and I've seen people do this on TikTok, and this shit is truly fucking pathetic. And I don't give a fuck what your political ideologies are. Again, I can respect opinions, but yo, this shit is ridiculous. There are heads cutting their family off because like they have different political opinions. That is fucking pathetic. Especially if your family member genuinely love you. Bro, this is, oh my god, this politics shit. I fucking hate it. I'm sorry. It is generally one of the things I do truly hate. I fucking hate politics. It is so ass. Like, it is generally ass. Like, this shit is generally got heads, like, just disowning their family members that actually care about them and can separate the fucking political ideologies from, loving your family members. It is ridiculous, bruh. Like, it is, oh my god, this is why I keep trying to tell heads, bro. Again, I can respect that heads want to talk about politics and all this, John, bro. Again, there's a lot of Johns that I could acknowledge too, again. Especially with, funny enough, heads like Trumpy, bro. The bill, the tariff shit is ass. Like, bro, we need to fix this bullshittery. Inflation is up, taxes is fucked. Like, bro, we know this. You know what I mean? But, bro, I don't care about hearing any of that rhetoric, none of it, anything from the Kalogeras sisters. I don't, and why do y'all? I could get it from the factor because maybe for a good amount of girly pops, they're your favorite creators, but like, they don't talk about politics ever. And they are not their mom.
Obvious reasons, but I have relatives that do. So if we went by that accord and everyone knew my name, I would have been canceled for the same reason. Like, they're definitely liking Trump posts. You can't control what your relatives, your mom, your dad,
Exactly.
your grandpa do. So if this is true, this is the only evidence that a relative or their mom liked a post. I'm just confused how that translates to them, because you can't
It does not.
really control your mom's actions. She's gonna like whatever she likes. Like, she's gonna like the post she wants.
Exactly.
Should they just like lock her out of her account? I'm just confused. Like, why are they getting in trouble for something?
Then it's like, then what are we doing? Like, we're sitting here controlling other people's lives for optics? Like, what the fuck? Like, yo, this ain't Terp Score, bro. This is not PETA.
They didn't do.
So, to kind of explain...
I'm about to say, better yet, fuck me looking like Doflamingo. I ain't gonna lie.
Where I'm going, my dad loves Trump. He's a very big supporter. And my mom, she doesn't really care. She's kind of neutral. She doesn't like politics.
No.
But I hate Trump with a burning passion.
No. No. Now, I'm not saying no because of the factor of like her hating Trump. Again, I could totally understand why people dislike Trumpy. Epstein Files just said the tariffs to bill. Like, yeah, definitely 100% understandable. And trust me, now I'm feeling bad about those shits too. But like, again, political discourse when you're so young, it's like, damn it. It's like, fuck, bro. Technology and bullshit and fucked us, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. That's why I keep calling this the brain rot app, because this rots people's brain at all factors. It's definitely a fucking huge and prevalent one of them. Politics is another one of them. Just short form slop garbage is another one of them. And like, you know, slop tuber, you making the garbage. But you know what I mean? Like those meme freaking super saturated garbage video. Like, bruh. It is just terrible, bro. It is. And I know, like, that's, oh my god, Trilly Unk status, bro. Oh my god, look at Unk. But, like, yo, we seeing it, bro. I'm seeing it every day. Then I'm seeing this shit through a screen just like everybody else, too, so.
And my dad likes all of his posts and stuff, and it kind of comes back on me, and people ask me if I like Trump, and I'm like, no, I don't. It's just my dad.
Exactly. I just think people want a chance to get really mad at them, and sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, this is so crazy. Like, bro, this is why I keep saying, and I've told Has this all the time, bro. Especially if you seen that one Hassan clip when that one girly pop ran up to him talking about if he could not drink Coke or drink that shit out of a cup or some shit. Yo, if you came up to me, start talking political discourse, and I mean this as disrespectfully as possible, I will be pretending your ass is not there. Like, I will be ignoring you because I will not be having this political discourse in real life. Are you crazy? It's already bad enough with this online bullshittery. What? Yo, we're not about to be. Yo, we could talk about and I say this all the time too. We can talk about our favorite anime. We can talk about our favorite shows. We can talk about anything. What shows you watch? Yo, you be in the commentary, John. You be seeing some of these other Johns. Like, oh, it's crazy. Like, yo, we could talk about a whole bunch of Johns, bro. But we're not about to be sitting here talking politics, dude. Nah, come on, man.
They may have a lot of stuff given to them because of different reasons that others can't control. Like, they may seem to have it easier than other people, just making simple videos, not doing too much editing. The editing's pretty simple, and I mean, they probably hire an editor like a lot of people do. It does seem annoying to have people get something so easily, so much fame so easily, but that simply isn't a reason to cancel them over something that they didn't do. Like, none of the sisters did anything. I mean, what do you want them to do? Like, hypnotize their mom? Like, I'm just confused what people...
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, yo... It's so funny to me, bro. Like, yo, and I know it doesn't really translate, but like, yo, it's just, nah, I won't even make that comparison because it doesn't even really translate like that. But like, it's just so funny, like on different, but that does make sense because things are on different levels, and like, you know what I'm saying, there's obviously different discernments with Jim Jones, but like, this is just stuff that like, what? Who cares about, like, what political ideologies their mother has? Did you start watching them for that? I'm gonna ask you again, girly pop.
Girly pop.
Did you start watching the Kalogeras sisters, Sunday, Demetra, and Eliana, for their mom's political discourse? You didn't. So why do you care right now?
Want of this situation. Like, maybe they're, like I said, maybe they're linking the relatives together. They just assume that they all have the same mindset in the family, but that's not usually how it works.
Yeah, because last time I checked, people are different individuals, and I say this all the time because there's no such thing as a perfect person or a perfect individual. Everyone has their own individual flaws and things such like that. Everyone has, you know what I'm saying, their own insecurities, which another thing I say all the time too, especially on the physical tip, only thing you can do is min-max. After that, you're gonna have to accept that the only person you're gonna be is you. This is why I tell heads, like in the monster situation, the skinwalking, timing, cut it out. Especially in that situation too. If your man's per se, like within that situation, do not want you for you, he's done. He's swept out. Like, bro, what are we, like, yo, we bouncing around peas and talking semantics sometimes, bro. Never.
There are so many different young people that disagree with their parents on politics.
Exactly.
It's like, that's very, very common, like this girl. So
especially in Gen Z, and that's the funniest part.
It just seems like kind of a dumb bandwagon to jump on to immediately cancel them for something they didn't even do. And then, with no context like TikTok usually does, people are making videos where they were talking about their cancellation and saying there was once a time, you know that trend with that song, and people say there was once a time, well, they're saying there's once a time they weren't canceled, they were so wholesome, all these TikToks, and these were getting hundreds of thousands of likes. And the comments were kind of a mess because,
this is what sucks about the drama slop and tea communities, like sometimes where like, yeah, people will try to find things to create drama instead of like, you know, and which is a fucking terrible thing to say, and y'all know what I mean. But like when dramas organically happen, you know what I'm saying? When people just do bad shit because, you know, most of the time they're just not a good person. Yeah, so that's what it is, especially with some of the other heads we've covered. And we've covered a lot of heads. Yeah, truly has everything. But like, yo, this is what it's really seeming like for a case. Like, within, I guess, like their fan base, like, yeah, they support them, but they kind of don't because they be judging them, especially in their physical appearance. And then kind of don't because like, yo, now they're kind of creating like dramas that don't exist. Now we're bringing political discourse into it because they're peeping game, stalking their, let me not say stalking because that's bad rhetoric to put out, looking at, you know what I'm saying, her mom's Instagram account or whatever, seeing who she's reposting and Trumpy and all that. Like, what? Bro, this is ridiculous.
to be honest, I mean, a lot of people didn't know about the situation and were confused. They
like, probably... I'm sorry. At least before they really start focusing on YouTube, these girly pops was making dance videos. They making POV skits. Velocity. Bro, what? Bro, come on.
Thought they did something awful, but if you actually take the time to do a few seconds of research, you realize that, like, so far into this situation, so far, these sisters have done nothing. Like, they haven't done anything. It's been other people that have been doing things that have caused controversies.
Being a Trumpy is already insane as hell, but being a Trumpy and you don't even live here, you don't even live in this country.
Hun, substantiate that again. Sunday, Demetra, and Eliana are Trump supporters and Zionists. Substantiate this right now. I'm not letting y'all get this off. Substantiate this right now. Give me direct proof. I'm sorry. Her mom reposting, or their mom. I keep saying her. You're thinking all the sisters. They look like triplets, but they're not actually, funny enough. Duh. But anyway, yo, I don't care about her mom. Damn, I just did it again. Truly the dumbass, as we know. I don't care about their mom. There we go. I don't care about their mom posting, reposting fucking Trump. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry, hon. I don't care. That does not substantiate them fully down on the right-wing mega grifter slop tubers paid off by the Trump administration ideology. That's not substantiating it for me. That's not doing anything. Nothing. Because you know what? And so funny, like we just discussed, Eliana, pretty sure just turned 18. They're all grown adults now. You could think for themselves. Now, granted to that, like I say all the time, prefrontal don't fully develop till 25, but for a lot of these heads, it's 40. And for some of them, it's not even that. So, But, realistic sense. Like, yo, heads, they can think for themselves. And we, as far as I know, and I'm seeing right now, do not know any of their political ideologies or anything they think about that. One, because they don't post about that. That's not their niche of content. Two, they're not going out of their way to talk about politics as we just discussed and all that type of beats. And three, you cannot force them to talk about matters that they do not want to talk about. If you have seen that they're going out of their way to, like, yo, delete the comments, especially the ones heads are bringing up about their mom posting about Trumpy or whatever, like, yo, it's clear that they do not want to talk about this beat. And again, we discussed there's a difference between a Mudahar John and Johns like this. It's like, yo, they don't talk about politics. So why heads bringing this up is just muddy in their waters, poison in their well. Mudahar talking about he a decade, my dumbass, again. He's an engineer for the past decade. He couldn't substantiate it. Fuck. Like, bro, there's a difference between this. I need y'all to understand. Like, yeah.
Is crazy. That's insane. Just say you hate all of us that actually live here. Like,
that's that. You're jumping. Oh my god. Listen, we can't be disrespecting no Huns. But seriously though, hon, you're jumping to major ass conclusions and I'm really not liking it.
I can maybe understand all the dummies over here being brainwashed, but the people that don't live in this country, that's...
How are they dumb? They're dumb because they don't fully agree with you and your political ideologies or rhetoric. This is the same Hassan G-Boy talking points.
Support that man that's the craziest thing ever.
While she didn't distinctively say it, a lot of people believed that she was talking about the sisters in this video, and I'm not going to come for her because she could be talking about someone else. Who knows? But since the situation is kind of trending right now, the search bar, most people were talking about her in the comments, so maybe that is what this girl was hinting at. But once again, maybe there is something I don't know, and I'm a complete idiot. Like,
as far as we've seen, These girly pops do not talk about politics. If their mom is the one reposting John about Trump, she's a whole separate person. She's not one of these 3 girly pops here.
I apologize because maybe somehow I missed something, but when I was looking, it was just the mom's post. I'm just so confused. Why is it their fault? Well,
It's not.
May be more to this situation, so let's look into it.
And obviously, people are upset over the fact that they did not deny or debunk them being Trump supporters and have yet to comment on this. Just because their mom liked a Trump post, does that make them Trump supporters? And should they be
No. Girly pop, the answer is no.
canceled over this? I get not liking someone's political views, but cancel culture is a bit toxic.
Cancel culture has always been toxic. It has always been toxic. See, this is concepts I like, yo, not the again, Trilly the moral arbiter, Trilly knows everything, Trilly the dumbass, but from like Johns I've seen, this is literally a thing of like, again, vocal minorities coming up, and then like, yeah, since vocal minorities, I've said, John, it's become a mainstream thing, and aware of this, John, this is where, you know, mainstream gets on this, John, and where things get really dispersed and pushed out. An example of this, the things that was happening with Visa and MasterCard, with Collective Shout, like, these are like these type of things. Why are we, bro, oh my God, like, why are we shelving out Johns, bro? Like, what are we doing? It is so freaking stupid, bro. There's no substantiation. Their mom reposting something from Trumpy is not a substantiation for me. This is like heads, again, getting an uprise out of nothing, bro. And then using that as soon as they get latched onto it to now Trojan horse and try to cancel them for other things, or at least in the collective shout, John, yeah, Trojan horse into it and now start shutting all the games down and getting rid of these Johns and everything else. Like, bro, it's the same thing here. Yo, you get them on this Trumpy, John, you grip them in with something that people are emotionally attached to, and then you try to canceling me from there. I'm like, bro, I'm seeing all y'all tactics and plays. I'm getting all y'all plays. Y'all not doing this. Like, bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro, we've been watching too many goddamn Hassan videos. It's bullshittery at this point. They're not doing this. Y'all not about to bring this over to the girly pop tea discourse. This is so stupid. Like,
They be canceled over supporting Trump? Let me know in the comments.
This is one thing that really annoys me about, specifically, there are other apps obviously that cause this, but specifically Twitter and TikTok, because people don't usually
shocker.
add a lot of context. Like, instead of long form YouTube videos,
shocker,
is where you really go into depth about the situation. It's just like a very short TikTok with basically no context and a bunch of
15 seconds. Oh, no wonder they can't get in past the minute of the video.
Comment sections full of people just sometimes making things up so they can get the top comment. Not always, but sometimes. Or tweets that are made literally just to go viral.
Tweets like all the time are bullshit. Like, see, this is why you have to take some heads, like, depending on who it is, obviously on Twitter with credibility. Like, yo, I would say, at least in my personal opinion, heads like Yeet are more credible than, like, yeah, some of these other fucking heads, like, you know, Gato Fumadors, you know what I'm saying? Your H4 Producatons, Ethan's Attic, Ethan's Basement show Bahu's, but, you know.
So they'll say anything, where things will just like spread like wildfire and someone's reputation will be ruined over something that they didn't even do. Like, are we really canceling people for, out of all reasons, someone in their family liking a tweet?
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. Yes, the answer is yes. And it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Yeah, I can't, like, see, you cannot force heads to talk about situations and all that they do not feel like talking about. Because then at that point, yo, again, I'll ask, were you initially watching them for their political discourse and opinions and all that? Or for whatever it may have been, you thought the girly pops were beautiful, you thought they were entertaining, you thought, you know what I'm saying, their videos were really funny or all that, like, because I'm telling y'all, all of y'all girly pops did not start watching them for their political opinions. That is a fact.
Not a tweet, but a TikTok. Like, what do you want them to do? What are they supposed to do? Like, they can't force their mom to believe the same stuff. Like, sure, it would be awesome if we could all just get along, but like, you can't control what someone does. Like, it sucks, but you can't control what they like. So why are they getting the blame for it? I'm so confused. Look at this. Like, look at them. Watch. This is the screen recording that went viral. It's the mom. And then they
I'm sorry, like, this does nothing. Like, maybe some girly pops really want me to grip on and be attached to it, but I'm sorry, hun. I'm going to look at this boy objective. Like, this has nothing to do with these 3 girly pops. That's it.
go over to who she's following or the people following her, because I mean, most people are going to follow their mom because it's your mom, and the sisters are the ones following them. Because when I heard about this, I was like, yeah, they must have liked something that Trump posted. That makes sense. That would be the cause of the controversy. If they liked a Trump tweet or a Trump TikTok or a Trump post on Instagram, wherever, it would make sense to assume that they're Trump supporters, because I mean, you don't hate Trump and like his posts. I think that like a toddler would understand that, but like, it makes no sense to go after them for something they didn't even do. Like, what do you people want? And once again,
for them to have their same exact political ideologies, political rhetoric, have the same discourse as them, and they want them to repeat it right back to their faces as if it was a mirror. Yep. Just like those Hassan G boys. Yep. I'm trying to tell you. But seriously though, again, like, these girly pubs, I'm not about to do any of this John and go crazy on them and say all this different John like they're Zionists and Trump supporters and all that, when this is John's going off of a totally different person, that being their mom. Because again, these three girly pops can all think for themselves and do not even talk about and or most likely think about politics. So
I think it is just something out of wanting controversy out of people that have very little controversy, because once again, the main controversy they have, I could be wrong, let me know if I'm wrong, but it seems like it's just from their fan base, which is pretty infamous, which seems like it's full of some very awful
what the hell is this, like headbands?
people. Some people seem sweet, like that girl earlier seemed very sweet, but the ones sending the D to the H threats remind me a lot of a very smelly community on Twitter. If anyone else knows what I'm talking about. If you don't do any more digging or research. You don't want to know about this community.
But they probably haven't spoken out because they don't feel the need to, because they aren't a part of the situation. They don't
cooking girly pop
live in America. And I just think that they don't want to get involved.
I 100% agree with you, hon.
I just think people need to go a little easier on them, because just because their mom likes something doesn't mean that they like it too.
I agree with this.
I hope that the Kalogeras sisters speak out.
I felt that ethereally. I felt that at an ethereal level, bro. Fucking up my grammar. Like, damn it. Dumbass. Anyway. Like, yeah, I felt that so much.
I do hope that.
And they did end up speaking out because, once again, their comment sections under most of their videos began to get some not so nice comments accusing them of being a lot of
of course it did.
different things. And when they got accused of being Zionist and stuff, I think they started to realize that, hey, this isn't really just an America problem. Like, we're kind of getting in trouble in this situation. We need to address it. So they ended up replying to someone's comment on TikTok. And this is a very rare thing for them to do because they don't usually respond to stuff. Like, as we know, they're not very involved.
Oh, no.
Maybe they're ignoring it. I'm not going to say for sure, but they don't seem to be super involved with, like, contacting their fan base, telling their fan base to do certain things. Like, they're not super involved. I could be wrong once again. I'm not saying this is like a bad thing, because for obvious reasons, some people seem to like be very rude to them in public and stuff, as we saw earlier. So I don't blame them for
which obviously, yeah, like, you should not do
this at all. Like, they can do whatever they want. It's their account. But it just shows that they definitely did get a lot of negative attention, enough for them to realize, hey, we should probably address this.
News for all Kalogeras sisters fans. Dimitra has spoken out about them being Trump supporters and Zionists. Unfortunately, I still... News for all Kalogeras sisters fans. Dimitra has spoken out about them being Trump supporters and Zionists.
We are not Trump supporters. We are not Zionists. Nah, but in all seriousness though, like, granted, is this their official account? Hold on, let me look. Did I meet the... Yep. Yeah. That's it, because, yeah, I'm looking at the PFP. You can tell. It's hella, like, blurry here. Oh, you can't tell because my big-ass head is in the way, but, yeah, you could tell here. Yeah, weird. Say no more. 12 million followers. Yeah, damn. That shit is crazy. I ain't gonna lie about that TikTok cloud, though. You gotta bring that boy over to YouTube, but that's what they doing. But, yeah, there you go. There you go. I say, where the journals at? Girly pop.
Girly pop.
Well, you have your answer then, hon. The answer to both is no, they are not. Does that suffice for y'all? I'm not sure what else y'all could get. Just saying. Is what I'm saying. This is honestly, to me, this is the direct response. Yeah. This is it, and we keep it pushing because yeah.
Unfortunately, I still find the Kalogeras sisters weird and problematic.
Why?
So I will continue to post
Why?
awareness videos about them. But I just wanted to post this because I know I'll get some questions about this. That's all I wanted to say. I may get hate, but it's whatever.
So this is what they ended up saying. We are not Trump supporters and we are not Zionists. They replied to a comment with 1,900 likes. That's a lot of likes. I wonder who else has had someone get that many likes on a comment blatantly lying about them. Definitely not me, okay? Well, anyway, they definitely got a lot more comments with more likes about that because once again, the situation...
I'm telling you, bro. Oh, no.
did get a lot of attention, but I'm glad they were able to clear it up because once again, I mean, it just shows, like, it annoys me because it's very popular for these TikToks with no context to just say something like, before everyone turned on them with, like, the dramatic sad music or something, and then all the comments are just, like, saying random things, like, they lied, they admitted to it, they responded. Once again, it's become a common thing. I don't know why people are so obsessed with getting, like, TikTok comment likes and stuff and getting this, like, blue comment and stuff, but, like,
validation, gratification, being glazed up, that sense of getting attention to yourself.
They're really into it, so sometimes they'll just blatantly lie about stuff.
And that's the thing about the Brain Rot app. This is a whole, like, bro, I'm trying to tell you, it's a real psyop, and heads don't understand. Having fully experienced it myself, I ain't gonna lie, yeah, like, doom scrolling for hours, yeah, nah, it's real bad, bruh. It's real bad. And then when you know it's so accessible to, like, get this validation that you're seeking, this gratification that you're seeking, this is what has bulls doom scrolling for hours a day. It's like, bro.
So, like, they reposted your video, and we all know if you're on TikTok, you're like, even for 5 minutes, you know what I'm talking about. And so people just blatantly lie in the comments. So no one really gets anywhere. Like, there's no information that's correct in this situation. People are just lying and lying and lying. So they get all this hate for something.
This is why I keep telling heads, yo, at least truly take a step into the Tea Party. Now, we need to start substantiating things when they're being said, especially when you're calling people, you know what I'm saying, like, Zionist and John like that. Like, bro.
Thing that they didn't even do. I mean, if someone does show evidence that they actually did, like, posts that would prove they were either of the two, I could see plenty of controversy coming out of that, and justfully so. Like, honestly, I would completely agree with it, but, like, there's no evidence. People are just jumping on this, like, bandwagon because, like, they probably feel a bit jealous. I mean, who wouldn't be jealous? Like, I remember seeing TikToks of saying they have everything, and it wasn't really, like, an envious, it wasn't, like, an angry, jealous one. It was kind of like a, I wish I was them, I love them kind of TikTok, but it was like, they have everything, they're beautiful, they're rich, and they're happy and stuff, and it was showing one of the TikToks of them laughing.
Searched up the survival rate for blimps, and the first thing that popped up was a crash in 1937. But guys, apparently, but 67% of the people in that crash survived. So,
oh man, yeah, nah, I'd be cringing sometimes, but it's okay.
And that's the odds. That means that we have more than the 50%. That means that.
And, I mean, I don't blame people for being a little bit envious. I mean, sometimes you can't help as long as you don't express it in a nasty way by, like, making fun of them or something. I don't blame you for feeling deep down in your heart a little envious. I mean, they have a lot of...
Heads should not be worried about feeling... See, like, this is why I be telling heads you have to put out positive, like, energies and impacts and all that. Heads shouldn't even be worried about feeling envious of other heads. If you feel envious, that means you understand that you are not in a position of life that you want to be. Instead of looking at a motherfucker and being like, damn, I wish I could be this nigga. How about you just go be that nigga? And what I mean by that is don't you know... Don't literally become them, but go be the person that you want to be, like yourself, because again, the only person you're going to be is you. But the lifestyle that you want to live, the achievements, the goals, passions, dreams that you want to go out and do, just go do them, John. Doom scrolling on TikTok trying to farm likes on this, John, for validation and quick gratification, and John ain't going to do that. Like, bro, I'm telling guys, bro, you gotta have a more positive mind. That's coming from the bull who calls himself a fucking loser and a dumbass every day. Like, yo, come on. Like, yo, why are we sitting here worried about envy and jealousy, bro? Like, yes, there's a ton of heads I could realize, damn, bro, probably want to be in a lifestyle, bro. They probably living pretty good, got some good cheese. Guess what? We gonna put the boss in a 5-bed, 5-bath. Let's go get there. I'm not worried about, damn, bro, fuck. Oh, man, it must be amazing to be them. Nah, bro, I'm trying to surpass you. What's up? Like, bro, they not... Bro.
Stuff in their life. They get to hang out all day. They get to go to parks.
Mindsets like that, not putting the boss in a 5-bed, 5-bath. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
They get to go on rides at fairs. They get to do everything. They get to take fun photos. They get tons of compliments. They go viral with every post. Like, I'll just see an upload and I'll be like, I'll look at the view count. I'll be just like, dang, like, you guys, wow. Like, you guys are living the dream. And, like, I love that for you. They don't seem very problematic. Like, they have a very problematic fan base. But at the end of the day,
who wouldn't want to enjoy the success? This is the John they built. That's what I'm saying. Even if heads say, again, they built their whole John off of pretty privilege. Nah, they still had to post. They still had to go out, film vids and all that type of beat. They did, even if y'all don't want to say it, which I'm one of the biggest proponents of this. Yeah, bro, streaming, making YouTube videos and shit like that is never going to be harder than your average 9 to 5, all that different type of John. At least on the drama slop commentary T level. You know what I mean? If you're Mr. Beast, yeah, I'm sorry to admit to y'all, but it's harder to be Mr. Beast than you. It's no ego, John, but like, yeah, it's harder to keep that content empire shit, but cancel me. I'm sorry, Mr. Beast Glazer. Even though, shoot, me and the boss was absolutely going through that whole John back in 23 when all that stuff happened. Anyway, sidebar that. Back into this. Yeah, who wouldn't want to enjoy their successes? That, frankly, oh yeah, that's what I was getting into. That, yeah, they work for this John. They went out and posted, made these videos. That's work. That clearly got something. Got them somewhere. It's like, yo, I totally get these Johns. I don't know. It's just the way I be viewing Johns. I'm not trying, like, I look at Johns and I see content. I'm like, yo, bro, we can just go do that, John. I don't understand. Like, yeah, no, I totally get it on the factor of, like, yo, Mr. Beast Johns again, or, like, content creators in this space. Yeah, you can't just go out and make some of these videos. That's not going to happen. But, like, yo, if you're truly passionate about making content and, like, yo, and you want to make content, because this is a whole separation of that, too. Some heads just want clout and money. Let's be for and to be glazed up. That's why I always ask heads, are you sure you want to be a content creator, TikToker, YouTuber, all this? Or do you just want clout, money, and validation? Because, like, bro, you going to have to go out and make these jumps even when you don't want to. Keep the jump consistent. Like, bro, I'm trying to tell heads, bro. There's so much more nuances to this. But, again, going back to my base level, because this, frankly, is what most heads are going to pay attention to. Yeah, for the Kalogeras sisters and your average YouTuber and all that type of beat, is them making videos harder than, you know what I'm saying, someone having an average 9 to 5? Yeah. No. But does that mean that they ain't work hard for the platform and success they had? No. Because heads have. Just like heads work hard at their job to put food on their family table. Keep the roof over their head. Facts.
Don't really blame their fan base on them because they didn't.
Keep saying. Ask the boss.
Order their fan base that we know of
Boy,
to
she would love to tell
like, sometimes nasty people just decide.
You always be feeling Hollywood, yo. I can't. Yeah, we love the boss.
To be a fan of you, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Once again, maybe they did ignore it. I'm not saying for sure that that girl was lying or anything. I'm just saying there's a possibility that they didn't notice because it only got about 14,000 likes.
I need to talk about the Kalogeras sisters situation, okay? Everyone's talking about it, and I feel like I have a differing opinion, and I'm like, I need someone to tell me, am I crazy? Like,
okay, let me hear it. You said a differing opinion, hon. Please let it be different.
Like, is this crazy for me to say that? Like, am I just hopping the bandwagon because I do watch them? I do watch them. I feel like a lot of their fan base is like Glazers, which is true. A lot of fan base are Glazers.
Gee, girly pops. I would say, because yeah, majority of their fan base I would assume is young teenage girly pops. But in that case, gee, girly pops, because
But what I don't understand is, why are we ridiculing someone based off of their parents? Like, even if
I don't know. Like, that's again, like, my best example would be, like, yo, if the boss were to do something and Hendra judging me off of that. And obviously, this is the same thing I say with, there's levels to this. Especially, my best example is the hypocrisy, John. You know what I'm saying? Like, to give that example real quick, I know TrillTalksEverything. But, if I tell y'all to go brush your teeth, make sure your Jones is good, and I pop a mint or a candy or whatever, it's hypocrisy. Because it's like, yeah, Trilly, you just said to keep your teeth good. Why are you eating candy all that? It's messing up your teeth. Is the world going to end? No. My best other example of that, not to keep bringing it up, if Miss Dow makes body positivity content for 6 years, especially surrounding the factor that, you know, flat-chested, petite, girly pop, and then one day, rhetoric switches, everything is up, and she pops up with boobies. Yeah, there's levels to this hypocrisy. Like, it's like, yeah, one is clearly way worse than the other. You know what I'm saying? But it's like there is levels to these Johns, and heads don't even understand, bro. Like, it just gets me so fast. Like, what? I couldn't even think. Well, I can't think of the boss doing no Johns, bro. The boss cares nothing about politics, and she says it all the time on the page, bro. We gotta post more on that, John. We be doing some of that. It's bad over there. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out M&T fam. You already know. But like, dude, this John is just ridiculous. Again, it just keeps leading back to the factor of like, yeah, we're getting this like saying this talking point or whatever from her mom reposting Trumpy videos. Like, dude, I don't care about what her mom is reposting. I'm sorry.
I know they came out with a statement saying that their mom liked a photo or whatever before she knew that he was a bad person, whatever. They're from Canada, they didn't know, blah, blah, blah. Even if the mom did know, why are we putting...
Exactly. I don't give a... Bro, like, I don't really have to be that... Nah, let me not even go there. It was about to really get based. Oh, no! And the battery went out. No. Oh, man. Hold on. We gonna wreck the battery. Yo, we done messed this whole job up, bro. I was getting too based. Chill. Hold on. We didn't even get to press the button. He said, hold up. Am I in the middle of the joint? Yo, hold up. Y'all already know we gotta fix the camera. Hold up. Sloppy! Yeah, no, the sloppiest content on the joint, but based? And I was about to get based. But yo, again, it like there's discernment levels. Even if their mom, you know, I ain't gonna say it because, based? Even if their mom came out straight up MAGA cat, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Does that mean, this is literally, yo, you seen the example? And you know, I'm definitely using this fucking example because this is the better, like, this is some people's actual reality, funny enough. Yo, some heads grandparents, grandpops, you know what I'm saying, aunts, uncles pop out to the Thanksgiving party. Some of them got MAGA hats on. I'ma ask some of y'all, do you agree with all of their political opinions? I bet you fucking don't. But for some of y'all, at least that's not really crazy with this, again, political discourse at the complete forefront of your mind. It's completely corrupting your brain. Are you going to completely disown them? Or you understand that, okay, that's just their political opinions. But like, you know, that's just politics. I still love them now. That's my family. I'm sure that's most of y'all. It's like, dude, this is what this is. This is exactly what this is. Like, I'm not going to lie. Her mom reposting Trump jump, whatever, bro. What are they reposting? What are they saying? Like, bro, come on, I can't.
The mom's belief on the child.
Oh my god, I just noticed. I'm so sad. I should have been pointed this out. I'm so sad. I feel disappointed in myself. This is a perfect, like, this is a direct, perfect Mr. Minecraft enchantment language. He cooks. Stove be out in the driveway, but no, it is in the kitchen. 3-star Michelin. Some of the girly pops within the Miss Kalogeras, or the Kalogeras sisters fan base, especially within this regards to the Trumpy Zionist thing, y'all need to, instead of going to auxiliary things like their mom and all that type of beat, y'all need to go again to them, in which they answered and they said, not supporting Trump, not Zionists. All right. I guess this conversation is over. Like, because I don't know what more y'all gonna get out of them. They don't talk about politics. Like, the next thing, because you know what it is, and I'm sorry, bro, if this going, like, you know what I'm saying, because I already know. And shout out to Hun, Miss Coco's crazy. We was talking about this in her vid with the whole Clara Dow John with Mr. Brett Harris or whatever. Some heads in the comments were saying that Miss Coco's crazy. She's grifting, you know what I'm saying, her efforts of, like, you know what I'm saying, donate to Mustafa and Palestine and all that. Like, that's fucked up. Heads are doing aid. But when, and this is the thing I was saying about the thing with Team Water with Kai Cenat. Then the next thing is going to be, okay, they're going to start pressuring the Kalogeras sisters. Okay, now y'all have to do this charity fund, or now y'all have to do this aid. Like, yo, not y'all are forcing them to do stuff like this, forcing them to care when, unfortunately, you got to accept it. Some heads just, they not really caring that much about the conflict, and other heads, that's just what it is. It doesn't personally affect them as much. But I can already see the steps. This is where it goes. Again, EHD Cinematic Universe, this is where it goes. Like, you want them, like, if they're going to talk about politics, first of all, you want them to talk about their own merit. Second to that, if it goes into Jones like aid and all that charitable acts, you want them to do it because they feel that incentive to be charitous. There's like, yo, there's a whole bunch of jokes, but that's hypothetical situations or whatever. If it were to be pushed there, you know, they start having political discourse, which again, they're not, and that's what I'm trying to tell heads. Demetri saying this, John, that's all you're getting. That's it. That is it.
Once again, I definitely do not watch them on a regular basis. They're not for me, and that's cool. If they have done...
Same. But I'm already knowing how this John goes. The type of content they make, politics has nothing to do with it at all. They're not going to make anything in regards to politics.
Done something genuinely problematic that I don't know. Believe me, I do not know. Like, if I did know, I would bring it up. Please let me know in the comments.
Problematic. Here you go. This is the shit that we need to talk about. See, this is what we talk about where we're obfuscating off of problems. We need to talk about this. This is not good. And again, shout out to Miss Way. We need to talk about more jobs like these, bruh. Nah, I'm sorry. Like, again, they don't talk about Israel, Palestine. Their mom reposting Trumpy John's got nothing to do with them. I don't care about that, John. Or again, not the done with the conflict or whatever. I already clarified in the beginning. But like, yo, in regards to their mom, like, bro, I don't care. We need to talk about this, bruh. What the fuck is this? Who the fuck is that? Yo. We're not liking it for Miss Eliana, especially if she was, still 17 during this.
Like, I promise you, I am not, like, lying to you. I do not know if they've ever done anything. But from the videos I've watched and research, I have not found anything. So, genuinely, I think that people just enjoy tearing down people. Like, when I made my Stephanie Sue video, I remember it ended up on the YouTube drama subreddit. And I used to go on that subreddit and, like, look at different situations.
Just don't go on Reddit. Nah, just don't go on Reddit. And, like, yo, shout out heads on the H3 Reddit. I can't even lie, bias. Again, H3 Glazer. They show love before, but like I'm still just not really hopping on Reddit like that. I'm sorry. It just always devolves into not good.
And it actually got a lot of attention because people are talking about how I called out another creator and stuff. But all the comments were either hating on me or Stephanie Sue. Like, people, I thought everyone liked Stephanie Sue. Like, I genuinely thought everyone liked her now. But like, apparently Redditors don't. So, like, I think the lesson here is that
a lot of people don't like a lot of people. This is just what it is. This is just online discourse.
Like, there will always be people that hate you, even if you did nothing.
This is why I tell, like, I say all the time, if anybody ever asks me, like, Trilly, what do you do to become a content creator? And they don't, better yet, the simple advice, boy, that super better yet, since we're about to be covering those two morons, yo, you gotta give the ambulance advice, bro. You gotta give, like, bro, you gotta use the trendy sounds, bro. You gotta make sure you know what time to post. Like, garbage ass advice. Like, fuck, I could've told you that in 10 seconds. Like, that shit was so stupid. But anyway, we gotta talk about them. So, girly pops. Now stay tuned. The tea party must go on for that one. But anyway, sidebarring back to this John, bro. Like, same Johns every time. Every time.
They're still gonna hate you because
I tell them every time. If you want to become a YouTuber, TikToker, any form of content creator, anything like that, the first thing that you need to understand is that there is going to be motherfuckers. There's a difference between hate and genuine criticism, as you said. That fucking hate you for no reason. You have generally done fucking nothing wrong and them niggas will still not like you. That's how it be. So if you can't handle that, John, I don't think content creation's for you.
Because of reason, just because they want a reason to hate you. They're jealous. So many different reasons. They just want to be you. Who knows? But there's always going to be people that hate you. There are many different accounts dedicated to canceling.
And like, yo, for some reasons, for some heads, it could potentially be justified depending on what Jones they did. If, well, not spreading hate, but like if you on your own prerogative terms hate them or whatever, don't like the content creator, yo, if they've done bad things that can be generally criticized and you do not like them or hate them on your own prerogative because of that, that's you. I ain't gonna lie, I can't tell you how to feel about a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. All I wanna talk about is, yo, what do they factually do that can be generally criticized? And let's keep it at that.
Them and stuff and bringing up stuff, and normally those accounts are pretty good. For I remember like Paul Real, some of them were just hating, and those ones are pathetic. Some of them were like making AI
yo, every time with Paul Real, brother.
videos as a joke that were blatantly obvious, like putting this is AI across it and stuff. But sometimes these accounts can actually dig up important information that can show that this person is problematic, that they're hiding stuff. Sometimes they're useful, but the ones about the sisters are literally just digging up, like, they're not finding anything. The only things they find are the ones where their fan base did something. And once again, I feel like you can't really judge them for something their fan base did. Like, I don't.
It depends. It's Luddy. It's like, yeah, if we go on the factor of the Luddy argument, like you can't blame them for like the 1% if heads are generally doing some weird John and they're telling them to stop. But then that's where some of, now we're sliding in, some genuine criticism can come, because if now heads from their fan base, being the Kalogeras sisters, are now harassing like that one girly pop, like in, I'm saying more towards the beginning of the video, then and sending her, death threats, lobby threats. Let's keep it a buck here. Yeah, you gonna want to go out of your way to tell y'all peoples, do not do this. This not the audience you cultivating, or but Head's gotta say it. I forgot who said it, but Head's gotta stop saying the word cultivate, bro, because fucking cold in it now. Head's gonna misconstrue that word, bro. You're starting cults now, even though these motherfuckers. Anyway, sidebar. Truly ups everything as we know. Yo, some of these heads, bro, like Some of these heads you just not gonna be like end up being responsible for, especially if you tell them like not to do this jump, like I was saying. But that's the problem with them. As we were seeing, didn't seem as though like they were really calling that jump that much. But then that's what I'm saying. The argument, especially Miss Coco's Crazy was bringing up, was that if they're not really on their socials like that, for instance, if they're not actively posting on TikTok or Instagram Reels or or IG Reels, I'm saying a full name, you know what I'm saying, or YouTube or they're posting on YouTube Shorts, or they're not posting on there and they're just focused strictly on long form, then they probably not like really monitoring that jump. And then it gets like into the question and nuance. Well, should they have like fucking comment mods on TikTok as if this is a fucking Twitch chat? It's like, nah, bro. It's like, but again, I don't even know why heads would go out and send hate to any other girly pops in the fucking first place, because it's dumb. If anything, like I said, the girly pop probably was inspired by them, saw they like, the curly hair aesthetic or whatever, and was like, yo, I want to try that too. Like, bro, it's not the end of the world. That's not Lost syndrome. Lost syndrome is when, you're using your dad's affair for a rollout.
Poor Melanie and
it's fake bullshittery because it's all fake drama.
Fan base is awful, but I wouldn't blame her for her fan base. Like, I wouldn't blame her for the threats I got from her fan base because she can't control it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't blame the person unless, like, they encourage it. And I don't...
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Like, unless I seen someone directly tell, like, using myself as an example, unless I seen someone directly say, like, yeah, go harass this person, go brigade him, you know what I'm saying? Or go do this. It'll try to, like, you know what I'm saying, do a call to action, some fucking... casual fucking orbiter shit. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, they try to do some junk like that, then I'm definitely calling their ass out like, boy, what the fuck, boy, you're still on weird timing. You've always been on weird timing. But there's a difference. If heads just, again, watch the vid, you're a fan of like the other person, whatever, and you just do not like me, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to take that hate to the chin. I don't really care. The heads be saying, bro, this is another thing too. Oh my god, we gotta box this out. Heads sometimes be like, yo, bro, why is he deleting comments and all that? Y'all need to understand that YouTube is shelving you niggas out. You're saying too much crazy shit. Like, you're saying, and that, like, yo, this is mainly for them G-boys. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's not for the Huns. The Huns be showing love. Again. But this sort of fucking Hassan G-boys. You niggas need to understand, I'm not deleting your fucking comments, you dumbass. I'm not gonna lie. YouTube is shelving you out because you're saying too much crazy ass shit. Maybe if you calm down your fucking rhetoric or your God King would, you niggas would be actually take it serious, you dumbasses. Like, bro, it's crazy works. Anyway, sidebar that when people be saying has to be deleting comments, stuff like that, like, nah, bro. I'm taking that jump to the chin. I know what it came with getting into content creation, especially as a drama slop T-tuber. Yes, heads are not gonna fucking like me because I'm giving my opinion every day.
I think Melanie has encouraged it. I could be wrong once again, but like, I don't think that they knew, so I feel like that's not really a true reason to cancel them.
The allegations? What allegations?
And what annoys me the most about this entire situation, about the allegations of them being the supporters of those two
those are already basically debunked. Like, I'm not
very bad things, is that the most liked TikToks are the ones talking about how, like, they are for sure what they're accused of. It's not the ones defending them. The ones defending them did decent, but the
negativity will always do better. Negativity will always do better. It's an unfortunate reality of humanity.
The ones accusing them did so much better. Sometimes, if people just feel like a jealousy towards someone, because there have been TikToks complaining that they're pretty privileged and stuff, and sure, you could say that. They definitely probably plays into it.
Absolutely. This is what I'm saying. But is it everything? No.
But obviously, but like, so, like, they didn't choose to be this way. Like, sometimes if you have luck, you're gonna use it. Like, if I was, like, that pretty, maybe I would, like...
That's literally, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, people love to say this shit. And this is why I'm always like, yo, Trilly on the chop allegations. I'm finna embrace it, bro. Fuck it, bro. We wasn't born 10 out of 10s. What can we do? That's why I say you either going min-max or you're going sit. Or you going to keep crying. Because the only person you ever going to be is you. You can't keep sitting here like, oh my god, he made my so pretty. Oh my god, this bro so handsome. Bro, you gotta hit the gym, start dieting, something. Like, that's it. That the only thing you can do is min-max yourself. You cannot be nobody else. You can't be sitting here worrying about being jealous, being envious, all this junk. That's not going to help nothing. I'm going to keep stamping this in for heads, bro. Because heads just want to always feel like the victim. At some point, your ass is not the victim. At some point, you're going to have to stand on some pride and integrity and be like, yo, it's time to change my life because I don't like the lifestyle I'm in right now. And that's really what it is. It's not even a factor of like, yo, bro, these heads are so pretty and they're taking advantage of pretty privilege and all this type of beat. Well, there is the factor, but it's not even that within them. It's really the factor of within most heads, they want to do better in life. They want to do better things for themselves. But they focusing on taking that joint out on heads like, you know what I'm saying, the Kalogeras sisters, like, you know, always spamming that they do pretty privilege, they got pretty privilege and all that shit. Like, it's a waste of time. Just, yo, heads gotta go out and change their lives. That's just what it is. Like, bro, no one is just gonna change your life for you. This is why I keep stepping in, bro. I'm gonna keep saying the same John. Keep saying almost like every damn near vid. I don't care. We're gonna keep stamping it in. The boss getting put in a 5-bed, 5-bath. How the fuck is that gonna happen if I don't go out and do that, John? Go do something. It's the same thing with heads, bro. We sitting here worrying about complaining. Nah, bro. At some point, it's like, yeah, I get it. We all go have Jones we complaining about. But at some point, bro, complaining ain't getting us nowhere. We gotta start doing something. Like,
I would probably want to make, if I could, like, hang out with my sisters all day, film fun stuff. Like, I don't blame them for taking.
Who, bruh? And that's another thing too. Heads will complain about this, but they know they would do the same exact John if they were in the same position. Like, let's not lie here. Like,
Taking this opportunity. They were given it. Why not take it? What do you want them to do? Like, be miserable their whole life? Like, sure.
guess so, because it'll be more relatable, huh? To a point. Rotting in the basement.
Maybe you could say they're pretty privileged, but, like, they're using it like you would. You would use it the same way if you
Exactly.
had the privileges they have. So why hate on them for doing, like, you would do the same thing?
Someone said, what surprised me is that they got on the red carpet in like 3 months with their looks and money. Meanwhile, an actor that worked hard takes years to get on a red carpet, which is ridiculous. And then someone said, facts. And the worst part is that some of their fans were making videos like, haha, they got onto the red carpet in 3 months while you losers take years. Like, bro.
Yeah, nah, that's some real tripped out shit. That's what I like to call parasocial as hell, G-boy. Like, yo, you flex the other heads Johns, like, bro. I get it. I get it, bro. You fuck with him, but like, what are we doing?
Bro, for real, this is so messed up, and it's only because they're pretty. Like, a lot of their fans are really nasty. That's what I mean when I say they're nasty. Like, they would do anything to protect these 3 people who they call mother, and these 3 sisters could not give a single shit about them.
And that's what it's so weird, because it's like you're riding or dying. You're like they're harassing other heads. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, you're also sitting there judging the 3 sisters. You know, Sunday, Demetra, Eliana. They're judging them on their looks and all. I like. This is what I'm saying, bro, where, like, I be telling heads, yo, these heads, they not supporters in John like that, bro. They just want you to be reinforcing the John they saying, bro, and it's not happening. That's why I always tell them bulls, bro, if you don't like it, walk. And then, crazy enough, like I say every time with the G-boys, they right back in the comments on the next vid.
Only real Coco Crazy watchers will get this. Reminds me of another fandom. Anyone get that one? Yeah, they definitely do have a pretty nasty fan base, and
I'm assuming Melanie Martinez, but like maybe I could be wrong.
Maybe something could have played into that. I don't really know how it works. Like, I couldn't say exactly how you create an incredibly nasty fan base and how much is really on them. Once again, I don't think a ton is on them. Yeah, it does suck. It does suck. Once again, they get things easy and their fan base is absolutely nasty. I get why that would make people mad, but once again, it doesn't really give you an excuse to just, like, blatantly spread misinformation about them just because,
as I say all the time,
it's like their fan base has been really, really awful to you and they haven't said anything about it. I get it. It sucks. It is annoying. Just like how, like, some people get to be billionaires because they're born into it. It is so annoying. But unless they're, like, incredibly
Elon.
problematic and they do awful things, say awful things, support awful people, support awful movements, blah, 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 you get the idea. There isn't really a reason to, like, hate them. Yeah, I get it. Once again, pretty privilege, that really is an annoying thing. I do agree. It's incredibly annoying to see them live such an easy life compared.
Yeah. And excuse my language again for the Huns. But yeah, life's a bitch. It is. Now what? We're acknowledging that life is a struggle, life is unfair. Now what? It's the same thing I just said earlier. Now it's time to get our asses up. Stop complaining about other heads having things and having the success or whatever that we want. How about we go out and chase that goddamn success? Instead of just sitting here complaining on our asses. Like, bro, I'm tired of this. Like, we can't keep playing victim complex. Victim complex not getting you nowhere. I'm sorry.
Compared to what most of us are living, but that is the internet at the end of the day. People are going to get to be like what you wish you were sometimes because they have privileges you don't, and that is annoying sometimes, and I get where they
and I understand that, but you can only, again, work with your min-max build, because that's the only build you're ever going to have. So what is going to be better? Sitting on your ass complaining because the Kalogeras sisters are so pretty and they take advantage of pretty privilege? Or going out there and building something for yourself and getting to success? Because again, I'm sorry, it's just like heads say, you are going to miss 100% of the shots you do not take. So yeah, you're going to keep missing all the success and all the glaze and all the validation and all that if you're sitting here just missing in the comment sections of, I don't even know, of them, or better yet, of other girly pops that's like copy number or something. I don't even know. But yeah, wasting time doing that isn't gonna get you nowhere. Simple.
Hatred comes from. Once again, it's just simply not an excuse to just spread blatant misinformation because you personally feel against them. I remember when I was like a little kid and I always wanted to be like a huge fan. I thought people that were like major fans of like singers and stuff were really cool. So I was always trying to like really like someone, a singer, maybe like Taylor Swift or something, and just become a mega fan and then maybe one day get to take a photo with them or something. Like that was something for some reason I wanted to become, but I could never find someone that I like was interested enough in. Like no singers, no nothing. And I'm not saying this to jab at people. Like if you are a major fan of someone, go you, unless you're being a toxic.
Yeah, if it makes it happy. But then again, I was about to say the same rhetoric Miss Coco's crazy saying, unless that bars you from being harmful to people or something like that.
Jerk to people that criticize them, but like sometimes I just don't understand how people can have such like weird relationships with people they've never met. Like
the parasociality, it cooks them. I'm trying to tell you. That's why Trilly, the maestro, breaks the line. Because at the end of the day, heads need to understand. That's what the heads don't be breaking that lines. Head play into that jump. I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, you gotta shout out your love of the audience. But my validation, my gratification, my being glazed up is coming from the people I know for sure gonna have my best interest at heart. Not saying that heads, you know what I'm saying? And the audience or whatever would be over there trying to snake out Trilly. Oh, bro, they all go unsub, like heads is cooling around TTE, baby. But like, bro, the boss, my little sis, my bro's like, I know heads gonna make sure I'm good for sure. Stan, it's my family, my peoples. It's like, it's same jazz. It's like, bro, if heads don't break that parasocial line, bro, this is where you cook them. Like, it really cooks him bad, bro. Because now you're relying on this jump from heads online. And, bro, just like your online cloud came, it can go. And then what? Your validation, gratification, all that shit is gone. Like, bro.
If you're going out of your way to harass anyone and stuff that, like, and just make fun of other people when the person you support achieves something or releases something, then, like, I just don't understand, like, where are you getting this weird relationship from that doesn't exist? Like, why do you feel like you're part of something that you're not? I'll just never understand that. Now, that's the case of things like random TikTokers that do dances or TikTokers that make silly stuff like this, simple content like this.
That's literally what I was saying earlier. I'm like, bro, they making dance videos, skits, all that type of beat, bro.
They're not talking about politics in any regard. How is this something that's even being brought up?
Or a singer, once again.
Oh, well, we know how, because, you know, they went to their mom's page, but, like...
Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, something like that, Melanie Martinez, something like that, where, like, they...
Correct the mundo! Correct the mundo!
They don't have a relationship with you, and they never will. Like, you could literally be gone...
This is what I be telling heads, bro. You cannot... idolize your favorite content creator, your favorite artist, I don't know, your favorite, whoever it may be, that's like a public figure or whatever, John. You cannot idolize them. I'm sorry, that's a John, that cannot happen. You can't, because there's so many factors that go into it. One, the main thing I always say, you're only gonna most of the time see the best Johns for them. Why? Because PR, especially for celebrity, is the number one thing. Yeah, like that's literally it. Yeah, like the amount of popularity you're standing, like, yeah, that's the main John, bro. So these heads are really not trying to mess that up. So you're only gonna see the good John. So yeah, they seem like the perfect person, the perfect idol. Yeah, because this is the avocado. This is the character shit that they basically gotta play now. You know what I'm saying? And so there's that factor. Two to that, yo, you again kind of even going slim into one, but like on the factor you don't know what how do they act. And like actual personal, like, you know what I'm saying, scenarios and John like that. You don't know any of this, John. You're just going based off the John you've seen in the public, the videos and all that. And within that, come on, you know how many people is not saying that the Kalogeras sisters are faking or John or whatever, but like I'm just saying from this like hefty standpoint, bro. Heads could just be capping. Heads could be lying. All the different types of John. Heads could be girlfriend, all that type of beat. Like you really don't know. That's what I'm saying. Heads building these parasocialized relationships like some 2, 3 through 5 fucking Pokemon shit. It's like, bro, what are y'all doing? It's crazy works. Like, and then to really even push past that, where you're so much of a fan or you love this person so much, where you're out here harassing people, you're out here fucking. For in the case of that girly pop, you know what I'm saying earlier, heads is. And then even from, unfortunately, the Kalogeras sisters fan base, the heads is out here sending like death threats and junk like that. Like, why are heads even doing this? I'm sorry. Maybe they gotta really hear it and it really be hurting them, but they don't know you, little bro. And shit, Hez called me the H3 Glazer, all that shit. They don't know me, little bro. I'm felt that hefty, but again, I don't care who knows me, because again, we just posting the slops. Swoopy facts. Yeah, like we said, I've repeat it many times, bro. We know what my goals is, bro. Facts. Anyway, like, yo, Hez could say what they want. I know what they want, but bro, true. But even still, getting back into this jazz, you know what I'm saying, coming off of this, like, bro, Hez just with these parasocial relationships, it's just so bad.
On in a second, and they would never notice, and they would never care. It's such a weird relationship to have. So I'll never really understand that, why like people have that mindset like these sisters fan base does, which once again, I do not blame the fan base on them. I don't blame that on them, but like I just don't understand why people are so obsessed with the sisters, because like the sisters are not returning that because they don't have to. And I'm not exactly sure where they started. I don't think they started on TikTok. I believe they started with long form, but if they did start with TikTok and maybe privated their TikToks, because that is what a lot of people do that become popular on TikTok, maybe
that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure I would assume like for their content strategy was definitely like, yeah, short form translating to long form instead of like the inverse, because that wouldn't make any sense, especially on the terms of making money. Like they would definitely be making more money now, like focusing on long form videos, especially on YouTube, getting millions of views, than posting TikToks and shit like that. Them shit's not making no bread.
Route they took, it is still very impressive the numbers they hold. Even someone who is really pretty, like think of Leah Holton. She's a super pretty TikToker. Lots of people say she's pretty privileged. I've even made a video about it. Yep. And she makes YouTube videos and she talks about how she likes YouTube and stuff. She makes makeup tutorials. She's gotten some million views before and stuff, but like it's not very consistent. Like some of her videos will get very, very low views on YouTube. So even if they do have pretty privilege, it's something more than that. Like it's probably like the charm.
Exactly. Yo, Miss Coco's crazy about to go right into it. And that's what I was saying earlier. Like, yes, we can all acknowledge the Huns are gorgeous. They're beautiful. But, yo, you got to be entertaining. Like she's about to say, you got to be charming. Like, people need to have an incentive to actually watch you, because at some point, a pretty face, nice body, or in terms for the bros, like, how they feeling for Hassan, the thirsted after body, like, yo, heads will not care. It's like, yo, at some point, my brain got to get stimulated, bro. It's like, yo, the body's cool, but, like, bro... And like, bro, we gotta get this somewhere else. Like, bro, this is the same job.
And the happiness, it is more than just being pretty. Like, even though once again they do have a privilege, people have to admit that there is more to it than that.
I blatantly would admit that, because that's just blatantly the truth.
Because they would not be maintaining these YouTube videos if it was
exactly about consistency, actually wanting to go out and planning what they're gonna do for the video, structuring that out. Like, yo, there's so many like nuanced things that a lot of heads just blatantly, like, let's keep it a buck here, just don't think about on the back end. They're just thinking of it from the perspective of, funny enough, and this is like a hypocritical truly like on the part of heads like me doing this, John, where it's like, yeah, you just pick up your phone and start BSing, but like, yo, once you really start getting into them upper echelon levels of content, like, yo, it's a little bit more than that sometimes. Now again, them TikToks, new, but like long form videos like this, yeah, no, there's a bit more back end planning and stuff that goes into that.
It's just their looks that would die out. Clearly an audience feels a connection to them for some reason, so there is more to this than I would say. Once again, are they privileged? Of course they are, but everyone's privileged in some way, and they've just decided to use their privilege to make content, to get popular on YouTube, and it's worked incredibly well, because once again, like, they do, while it is a very toxic fan base, man, is it loyal, because just sometime when you're bored, look up their name and look at those views. Like, seriously,
yeah, it's fucking insane, bro.
Look at the views they get, and they're long form videos. They're just random videos, and it doesn't matter what they
like we saw earlier. Demetra herself, she got 12.7 on Tiki. That's crazy. Like,
post, they can post like playing Uno, and they'll get 200,000 views in the first hour.
Fucking love playing Uno. Shout out the boss, yo. The boss not better than me in Uno. She swears she is. She's not.
It's just like, dang, I am jealous. I am jealous. I do not hate you guys, but geez, like, can you share some of those views or something? Seriously.
Yo, facts, please. Bomba clat wagwan.
Bomba clat.
Slide some of them views my way. Nah, he's not playing.
So it definitely is something more. That's what I have to say, is they add something on. I'm not sure what it is, because I don't make that type of content, so it'd be stupid for me to judge it and say, like, act like I understand it, but there is something more. It's more of a connection with the audience that they provide. So if that were true, that their privilege was the only thing making them popular, then they probably would have, like, died off by now, especially on YouTube. That's enough of the yap session, guys. I am sorry for all
the yap sesh.
All the yapping. I'm sure some of you guys will let me know, but yeah, I'll see you in the next one.
In the most positive efforts, we do indeed love a yap sesh every time on.
I better see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, you probably fixed your attention span. Donate to the GoFundMe.
Hey, it's always been there. We always get through the yap sessions. Facts!
Or get a sweater to help provide more for Mustafa, and I'll see you in the next one.
Stamped in, they already know. Of course, shout out to the love with the Hun, Miss Coco Bird. Coco's crazy. that was the disgusting new Kalogeras sister situation. Of course, if you guys would like to watch the OG video, down in the description, first link, sure to love it. Of course, the Hun Miss Coco's crazy. And final opinions and conjecture. Keep it short and sweet. Yeah, again, especially for the whole John with you know, them allegedly supporting Trumpy and you know, being Zionist and all that. Let's substantiate claims before we make them. That's a big one. Let's definitely substantiate them, Johns. On the part of the Kalogeras fan base, yeah, you definitely should probably stop judging the girly pops that you're apparently supporters and fans of. And to that also, on behalf of them, stop harassing other heads and sending death threats. Because, you know, bad. This is not the type of audience I'm sure they would want Huns. No cap. Like, even if they are, like, you know what I'm saying, not really saying that much themselves. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure most heads would not want heads doing this. It's very bad. And again, like on the part of their mother, like that being like their mother reposting Trumpy Johns and that being like what's substantiating these claims that they're Zionists and all that. Like, I'm sorry, like if that's your, like if that's what really substantiates it for you, I guess, but it's not for me, and you're not gonna change my mind on that. It's just illogical. Like they all three of the girly pops can think for themselves, and I'm telling you that again, I think that they can't point out Israel on a map. So Zionist, yeah. Like, bro, let's get for real here. Anyway, the girly pops, again, we just literally just said it again. They make the dance videos, they go out, make their vlogs, you know what I'm saying? They make skits, all this different type of jazz, but they don't even talk about politics in any regard. So I don't even know what anyone expected from these sons for real on that. But again, and like I said way earlier in the video, like, you know what I'm saying, a 5-minute rant, like, I understand how heads feel about the conflict and all that, but you cannot expect heads, just because, you know, you have this very, you know what I'm saying, emotional attachment to the conflict and things going on, you cannot expect heads to share that same sentiment and, you know, want to speak up to the degrees and levels that you do about this, John, because you feel that way. Other heads, as bad as it may sound, again, is maybe not like disingenuous, but maybe harsh, but other heads just got other personal priorities, and one of them is not the conflict. And you know how that goes. But again, shout out to love of the Hun Miss Coco's crazy, and I'm finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.
Thank you.